Are you ready for future progressions for your warehouse and logistics operations? It is the longevity of the facility design and the return on investment over time that is important in our operations. So, how do you know whether you're building the right size facility of your business that you need now and in the future? It is undesirable to build a facility that is either too big for current requirements or too small for the future ones, and the fear of the unknown. Actually, we have to know the number of line items that we are holding now and the percentage increase in sales or the number of products that we are handling annually if there is an increase, and the number of employees that we are maintaining. Well, the questions of future-proofing your warehouse and logistics operations is asking the questions, are you ready for future progressions investments? Investments in the facility, people, and equipment are looking for return on investment. Investments in these three factors requires also the return on investments immediately. First, we have to watch on three vital factors: space, equipment, and manpower. Space, future-proofing our logistics and warehousing operations. We're talking of the warehouse location and size. That the warehouse should be located near to the biggest consuming unit and ready for future expansion vertically, vertical future expansion. So the warehouse layout should be flexible. It can have a racks. It can also have the space, open space area for heavy materials and for future expansion. Racking systems and shelves, these are flexible and movable. There will come a time that we may be needing more open area space in the warehouse rather than having the racking system. So the warehouse should be flexible for racking system, for shelves, or for open area. How many percent or how many line items will be needing the racking systems, and how many line items or small items will be needing the shelves, or how many equipments that will be needing an open space area. These are the items that are heavy and bulky, so we need an open area for this. So look for the flexibility of your facility, warehouse layout, as well as the remaining three vital factors. The warehouse should be located near to the biggest consuming unit with easy access to suppliers and buyers. Next is the equipment. For small and medium industry, I would suggest the traditional pallet hand lifter or one-tonner forklift, whichever is available and appropriate for your operation as well, considering the money invested in equipment. But be sure that this equipment will be a part of your productivity improvement. The next factor to consider is the manpower. As we have mentioned before in our previous tape regarding the logistics nightmares, there will be a shortage for logistics professionals and skilled drivers. So, for manpower preparation for future-proofing, continuous development and training of all warehouse personnel, applying the job rotation, orientation, and training our people to be multi-skilled so they can transfer from one section to another section so there will be no disruption in our operation. Continuous training, of course, hiring is also a part in order to support our operation. Train our people to be multi-skilled. And for logistics officers should possess 3 vital factors: a good planner, a root cause analyst, and a motivator for the people who are working in the logistics who are under pressure. We have to plan for this future to future-proof our operations, that we have the longevity of our facility as well as our operation, maintaining the right number of employees, skilled employees, and transferring this to new employees in order to avoid disruption. Sales are migrating further from traditional retailing to e-commerce and omni-channel buying behaviors. So we need to prepare for the future. Prepare the 3 factors: warehouse, space, location, and layout. Equipment, I don't suggest high investments in equipment as long as we can have the proper planning and scheduling of inbound and outbound. We can use the traditional pallet hand lifter, which requires a little and cost-effective investment. Train our people, continuously training and job rotating our people to gain multi-skills in order to do multitasking in our operations. And if we are prepared for these things, we can avoid, or we will not be affected by disruptions. There will be no shortage of manpower since all our manpower are fully equipped and trained in multitasking. Traditional materials handling equipment will do. The most is 1 tonner forklift if we don't need the 2 tonner or 3 tonner. And of course, the location of the warehouse facility. Choose the best warehouse location that will serve the majority of our consumer. It should be located in the biggest consuming units in order to avoid long travel and delivery delays. So, 3 factors that we have to be ready: warehouse location, space including layout, manpower, and equipment that we will be mentioning. Of course, we have to focus on gradually eliminating customers' complaint. We have to zero out customers' complaints. We have to zero out inventory variances. And I would suggest to use the key performance indicator, which is applicable in your operations. Number 1, timeliness of delivery. Number 2, the productivity of your employees and operations, reducing the overhead cost. And space, it should be appropriate for our current operation and future expansion. Usually, future expansion can be vertical, or having the strategic planning with regards to inbound and outbound transactions. Thank you very much. I hope this glimpse will give you an idea to prepare, or this will encourage you to prepare for future progressions in sales and marketing. And with the emergence of technology, the e-commerce and the warehouse management system software, as a Filipino, don't rely too much on warehouse management system software. Rely more on people and process. And the warehouse management system software will support your operation, but it will only be good as your people and your process. Thank you very much for listening and learning. Please subscribe.